Hey guys, it's Sarah. I am coming at you for my 6 month and 3 week post-op lap band update. I was banded February 25th of 2012 with the 10cc Allergan band, which I now have 7.5 cc's in. My highest weight in 2009 was 303 pounds. The date I was when I met my surgeon was 282. The weight I was when I came to you guys last week was 239.8. No, 239.2. And the weight I was this morning was 234.8. So it's, I believe, I want to say a 4. I don't know. I can never remember from the date I met my surgeon. I always go by highest weight because that's when I started on this journey personally. So it's like 68 pounds, I think. 68.2 pounds or something like that. Which I'm really happy about. We're closing in on 70 pounds. That's really, really exciting. And there were 2 milestones with this morning's weigh-in. The first is that I know now for sure that I am smaller than I was when I met my husband. That's kind of crazy because I just felt like, well, I felt smoking hot, partly because I was losing weight and partly because I was 23. Always helps. But I'm also my high school weight now, or what I was right after I graduated from high school. About, give or take 6 months. I remember because I was a little bit adrift, I guess you would say, and my mom was very concerned about my future and took me to the Navy recruiting office, and they weighed me, and I was horrified that I was 234 pounds, and now I'm delighted that I'm 234.8 pounds, so kind of a weird thing. But I'm really happy. I mean, we're closing in, or we're also coming in on the 220s. And from about 180 pounds to 220 pounds, I don't think I ever got on a scale. And I was 180 pounds in the 6th grade. So, I mean, when I get to goal weight, it's also going to be like junior high weight. So, yeah, all of a sudden, these goals that seemed so unbelievably insurmountable a couple months ago are just happening, and it's wild. It's really, really wild. Yeah, so that's kind of neat. This has been a very weird past few days. It was kind of a taxing weekend, all weight loss stuff aside, just personal things, family things, just kind of, yeah, it was that was just kind of weird. It just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth and my husband's mouth. And then I saw a friend that I hadn't seen in 7 months that I had chosen not to see. She, in my mind, blew me off in my hour of need right after surgery. And there had been a lot of things leading up to this happening, and I just, I felt like I'd had enough. So I more or less ended that friendship, or I put it on hold. And so I tried this weekend to reach out and see if there was anything left, and there really isn't. I just felt she's just one of those toxic people, and she's always been thin, and I certainly don't. Sorry, my lips are really chapped, but I just gooped on a bunch of lip gloss because I couldn't find my chapstick. I have plenty of friends that are thin. In fact, most of my friends are. I mean, it's just, I don't know. And I've never felt, I've only ever felt encouraged, respected as an equal, normal, and we all talk about weight and stuff like that because we're women, and this one in particular, I don't know. I just can't do it. I really can't do it. And it left me feeling just really gross inside afterwards. And I felt like she was almost trying to compete with like who ate less. And it just so happened that the weekend we hung out, I had a really tight band the night before, and I wasn't able to get down hardly anything. I didn't make a big deal about it. Then I woke up the next morning and I went to hot yoga, and I came back just ravenous because I really hadn't eaten much, aside from like a handful of popcorn here and there, just like kind of slidery foods. I mean, really no kind of nutrition, and so I woke up and I was absolutely starving. And when we got lunch, I ate a normal sized portion, and because I was hungry, and so I ate it. Like, I didn't fucking feel bad about it, and I just knew that like she was looking at me, going, you know, something, that mean way that women have. So that just kind of left me feeling really, really weird, and just, yeah, it was just really weird. And like, there were compliments, but they were very like kind of backhanded. So yeah. And then the other kind of weird thing that happened is, I think my neighbor came on to me, and it wasn't like, it didn't leave me feeling like that was like just a friendly flirtation, because that really doesn't bother me. And you know, I said in my previous video, I love boys, they're cute, but I mean, I don't like to feel objectified or threatened or anything like that. And what had happened was, I came home yesterday to let our dogs out and grab some lunch at home. My husband and I switch off days, and we don't have a driveway, so it's the neighborhood knows our cars. And so I park on the street, I go home, I let my dogs out and everything. And I come back down, and I was wearing like black capri leggings with a shirt and a scarf, and then like a kind of a little jacket like this over it, like, you know, and maybe boots, or I don't remember what I had on for shoes, but I was fully covered. I mean, I was dressed for work. I wasn't scantily clad. I'm rarely scantily clad. And so my neighbor, who is he's hot. Like, he's hot. I mean, he's hot. He's an EMT, and you know, he's prone to, you know, working outside with his shirt off, and he's a kind of an easygoing sort of guy. So I mean, you know, he's nice looking. Like, you know, my mom and I would be, like, when we would go to yoga, we'd be like, oh, maybe Zach's outside, we can get some eye candy, and that's what it is. He's eye candy, but he's never been inappropriate. And so I was walking down the pathway of our yard, and he's there talking to another neighbor of ours, an older guy, probably about my parents' age. And he raises his hand, and hey neighbor, and then he goes, what did he say? How you doing, sexy? And I was like, fine. And then the other neighbor just went, looking good. And I was like, oh, this is, They know I'm alone. They know my husband's not home. They know I'm married. It was very leery and lecherous, and I didn't like it. So I kind of blew him off, and I was like, oh, ha ha ha, thanks. And I'm getting in my car, and they go, where are you going? And I said, I'm just heading back to work. And they go, you should call in sick. And I was like, no, I wish, I can't. And then they were like, you should call in drunk. And I was like, the fuck? And so I looked at them and I was like, what do you guys think of me? And they were like, oh, whatever, you know, oh, just kidding, have a good day at work. And I was like, okay. So I go home, like, I'm driving back to work, and I just feel like sick. Like, I'm just like, am I putting something out? Like, am I doing something? Is because I am not immune to the charms of men that they feel like they can say whatever? Is it because I'm busty? Like, ugh. And because I will, I will throw down with the boys. I will make a dirty joke. Like, I will make a dick joke, a crying stripper joke. I mean, I will get lewd. I don't care, but it doesn't mean I'm a whore or a slut or somebody that you can say these kinds of things to. So I really kind of personalized it. I really, really felt like I had unintentionally done something to elicit this reaction. And talked to a couple of my friends, about 3 of my girlfriends, and spent a long time talking about it with my mom, and I just came to the realization that it's not me, it's them, and this is going to happen more, and I have to find out how I'm going to deal with this. And I think the whole thing that really bothered me about it is that it was on my home turf. I've gotten hit on by guys at bars when I'm out with friends, and that's child's play. That's so easy to deal with. I've had friends' husbands kind of test the waters. I'm used to that. I mean, I think it's pathetic, but I mean, that I'm like, well, whatever. This was like it was different. It was that he knew I was alone, and that it was my neighbor, and it was whatever. So that's just kind of weird. And it's just like, I've been noticing stuff like that more. Just men kind of, in my mind, really taking liberties where they shouldn't. So I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. But I don't know. I don't like the way it makes me feel. I remember Liz Loves Her Lapband talking about this in her post-op breast augmentation video, how the guys that she works with, they knew that she got this done, and so they felt like it was fair game to just say stuff about her breasts, and it's like, fuck you. Like, what is... But then on the other hand, it's like kind of a very base compliment, so I don't know. I'm rambling at this point about this. It's just, it's unusual, it's new to me. I feel a little ill-equipped for it. Yeah. So there's that. Working out wise, everything's still going pretty good. I didn't do quite as much last week as I had been. I think I worked out 3 or 4 days, and when I go, I go hard. But, I didn't, kill myself, and if I missed a day or two, I wasn't like, oh my god. Actually, I take that back, I missed 4 days in a row last week. So I guess I only worked out 3. And it's looking like this week is shaping up to be about the same. I don't think I'm going to go tonight. I did a double workout yesterday, and I'm crazy sore. And tomorrow I've got a massage, and I always say I'm going to work out on Fridays, and I hardly ever actually make it. But we'll see. Yeah, and this Phyllis is pretty good. I have to eat slowly. I have to eat the right things. When I do, it's spot on. When I don't, it's like I don't have a band. So I now understand what people mean when they say that. So that's been interesting to feel actual real restriction this week, but only feel it, and you certainly only feel it when you're eating that, good firm protein. Like my friend and I were gonna go out for Greek salads today, and the place was closed, so we went to the Mexican restaurant next door, and I got a ground beef and avocado tostada, and it was way more slider food on there than meat, and that thing, actually the whole meal just right down. And I was like, and what's next? Whereas I know if we had been to the Greek place and I'd gotten my usual salad, it would have probably been half the salad, because it's just loaded with so much protein. So it's still a learning process, and it's nice to feel less manic about it. It's nice to feel like I'm starting finally, almost 7 months in, to understand how this lifelong tool I have works. felt so rushed and panicked right out the gate, and now it's like, I don't know, I just feel better about it. And then, I've had really great losses for the past few weeks. Well, I mean, really for the past month. I had a, small gain there at one point. But I mean, that was gone within a few days, and I feel good, I feel better, I feel more relaxed, and I feel, I feel strong, I feel fit, and now I just need to figure out how to deal with the attention. And the women's attention could be a whole other video of itself. Elevator eyes, wow, what are you doing? That like sizing you up, like, what are you, I feel like I have lapband stamped across my forehead. I mean, that's a whole other thing. So it's just, it's wonderful, and compliments are wonderful, and but they're not always said with the best of intentions, which at this point now I'm learning. So that's that. So I'm going to let you guys go, and I hope everybody loses really big this week, and I will be talking to you guys next Wednesday. Okay, bye.